Here's the Deal is brought to you by VEBS, Veteran Essential Business Services. We are your business air support. We have your six. You served your country faithfully. Now it's time to blaze your own path. Here's the Deal is a show for veterans, by veterans, to discuss real-world issues on how to start and run your own business. It's a cross between Dave Ramsey, Maria Bartiromo, and Joe Rogan. This is not academia. It's the truth. Here's the deal. Here's the Deal is proud to present our very first sponsor. It's B&G Chicago Catering. If you're in the mood for fresh, authentic Chicago-style favorites, check out B&G Chicago Catering. Founded by two Marine vets, and no, there's no crayon flavors involved here. B&G Chicago Catering is professional mobile food cart service, well-suited for large crowds and intimate gatherings. Currently serving the Metro Phoenix and Metro Tucson areas. B&G Chicago Catering will drive up to your next event, business storefront, or private party. Chicago classics like Chicago dogs, my personal favorite is the Italian beef, bratwurst, Polish sausage. They got tamales and more. All their food is made to order, hot and fresh, using only Vienna products. B&G Chicago Catering comes fully equipped and takes care of all the cleanup. So if you're looking for a way to give back to your employees and all the efforts they've been putting forth this year, need a last-minute option for a small, intimate birthday party, need to spotlight your storefront reopening, which hopefully they all get there soon, check out B&G Chicago Catering. You can find them at www.bgchicagocatering.com. You can follow on Instagram at BG Chicago Catering 520. Give them a call at 520-262-7596. Hey everybody, how's it going? This is your host, Chris Flowers. Here's the Deal. I'm proud to announce the partnership between the City of Surprise and the AZ Tech Accelerator, which where the show is now coming to you from. City Surprise, known them for years. Julie Neal, the whole economic development team, the mayor. They're great for small business. They really go all out. They actually repurposed their old city hall. They could have sold the property. They could have, leased it out, whatever. But what they did is they repurposed it as an innovation hub for small businesses here in the City of Surprise. They do technology, innovation, collaborative co-workspace. So you have that shared workspace that a lot of people like to use now rather than leasing, an expensive office space. They also even have small business resource counseling, where I'm a speaker on business lending here quite a bit. And also they have free education webinars. So if you're a small business and you're located near the City of Surprise, maybe you're working from home, kind of outgrowing your space. You want to be around some, maybe some other people, get innovative and collaborative, things like that. Come check out AZ Tech Accelerator. Come talk to Julie Neal. She's the host here. She takes care of it. This is her baby. So come talk to Julie, and you'll find that working with the City Surprise is a great resource for you and your business. I just like to take a second to close out the show like we always do. First of all, I got to give all thanks, honor, and glory to Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, because without him, I wouldn't even be on this planet anymore, let alone being able to do this show in the position that I'm in. And, of course, I have to also give thanks and recognition to my wife and my family for just supporting me through all this and standing by me while we're going off on this new venture here. And last but not least, I got to give thanks to my brother Mario Gide of Fallen 360, because without him giving me the kick in the ass to get this thing started and working with me, getting me squared away on some equipment and stuff like that, and just always giving me tips and stuff, keep me moving forward. That brother is always going to be my partner in crime, so got to give thanks to him and Crystal. And, of course, to the sponsors, everybody sponsoring the show and keeping this thing afloat. If you hear about our sponsors on the show, please support them, because they're supporting us and keeping everything going. So support the sponsors as well. And we're out. Hey, everybody. How's it going? This is your host, Chris Flowers of Here's the Deal. Just wanted to say happy Memorial Day weekend there. Of course, we're all veterans, so we understand what Memorial Day really is. It's more time to remember the fallen, remember those who didn't make it back. It's not a day for us. We have our Veterans Day and all that kind of stuff, and I know a lot of maybe civilians don't get that, so just remember, they don't know. So if somebody says, "Oh, Happy Memorial Day, thank you for your service," just say thank you. Don't be crazy about it. Just say thanks, and you're welcome or whatever, something like that. Just be courteous because they don't really understand. So Happy Memorial Day weekend. We're back on the air here. Just want to go over something that came up to me even just this morning, and I think you're going to run into this in life and in business. Is just something as simple as called a setback. If you're living life or you're in business, it's going to happen. The question is, what do you do when these things happen? That's really, I think, the key to anything else. We're always optimistic. Hey, we're going to do this. We're going to set our goals. We're going to kick ass. Do what we do. Of course, that's always the plan. That's always the set. But not everything works out quite the way you expect it to. But we're veterans. We're not going to fold. So that's not even like in our DNA. But these of course we know these things are going to happen, and when these things do happen, and they will. Obviously, we just have to kind of evaluate the situation, kind of factor what went wrong, and as usual, just adjust fire. That's just one thing that's going to happen. Sometimes we set goals, especially if we're setting like a stretch goal. We know we're pushing it. We know we're okay. This is going to be big. So and you have to, man. And sometimes you kind of just stretch it a little too far. You bit off a little more than you can chew, kind of thing. So, but hey, like Gretzky says, hey, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? So you got to take the shot. I mean, you have to do it, right? If you see an opportunity to increase your customer base, or if you see an opportunity to take advantage of a situation, maybe it's an opportunity right now, like just to acquire a new a customer base, like a business maybe that didn't make it through the COVID, and they're in your lane, your customers. Hey, maybe you can acquire that business, you can acquire that book of business or something like that. I mean, take that opportunity, take that chance. I know for me, I'd set a goal for myself. I've been doing a lot of swimming lately, and of course we had the whole March Madness thing I told you guys about. When I say swim like a mile or 2 miles, I break that up into different intervals. It's not just swimming like freestyle, a mile or two straight. I've been breaking that up into intervals. I do like some board work. I do the freestyle, but then I work with boards and things like that, doing different kicks and things like that. So it's a mile total, and it's not 100% straight through. And I take a couple, break it up into intervals, take breaks in between, but not very long breaks, but just switching gear and doing all kind of stuff. So I did set a goal for myself today. I was going to swim 1 mile straight of freestyle. That's 64 laps, okay, in a 25-meter pool with like no breaks. I was just going to go for it. One thing I knew going in, I had actually ran out of my blood pressure medication, and I have high blood pressure, obviously, but so I knew I was like, okay, well, we're gonna have to monitor this here. We're gonna have to kind of make sure like I said, it's not like a knee injury. You can kind of push through a knee injury. You ain't pushing through a heart injury. You blow your heart up, you're dead in the water. So literally in this case. So I knew going in was going to be a little bit of a stretch. I did not obviously make that goal today. Not today. I went, swam, and I did what I could straight through, but I had to, I have to break it up. And honestly, even today, I didn't even make the full mile. And that's the first time I haven't done that in a very, very long time. But I did have some weird feelings in my chest, and I had to be smart. Like I said, this is a knee injury, this is a neck injury, this is not something you just, ignore and override, or, just push through that shit. Enjoy the suck and everything else that we say to each other, just to kind of, push through. We drive on and all that kind of, hooah shit. not a heart thing. Sorry, I was like, okay, I got to be a little smarter in this. So I did. I backed off today. I backed off. Tomorrow, it's gonna be a different story. I will be back in there tomorrow. I will try to push for the 64 tomorrow. That's gonna happen. Will I make it all the way through? That we're gonna find out. I will have a much better chance once I get my blood pressure medication in. Should be in a few days. But am I still gonna attempt to do it tomorrow? Damn right, I'm gonna attempt to do it tomorrow. I'm gonna attempt to do it every day. I am gonna be smart about it. And I'm gonna, I know, again, I know it's a stretch goal to begin with already, so I know it's gonna push me somewhere I haven't been before. But I also understand that, I need to, optimize my conditions at least to a certain extent. Something you just got to go through. Just like I say, even though it's not under optimal conditions, but in this particular case, I got to give myself the best chance of winning without, blowing my own damn heart up here. So, I know God was trying to talk to me, say, okay, well, slow down there, cowboy. And for once I was smart enough to actually listen. I'm going to make the attempt. I'm always going to make the attempt. And in life and in business, I mean, you're going to have to, you are going to have to make that attempt. Maybe you make the goal. Hey, awesome. You know what I mean? Or, like I said, maybe you fall short. Then you have, like I said, again, we got to, kind of pull back, evaluate what went on, get the information, see where we can make adjustments, and then, if it's something that makes sense and, we can push to it, then let's just, keep, moving forward towards it. You know what I mean? That's where you gotta play smart, but at the same time, you also gotta push it. I'm definitely gonna achieve this goal. I mean, hell yeah. And especially now, I'm pissed off. So fuck yeah, I'm gonna make this goal. Again, I evaluated the situation. I took in what I learned, and we're just gonna push it again tomorrow. You may want to, if you're in business, and you may want to introduce like a new product, or you may want to expand, like I said, your customer base. You want to try a new marketing campaign. The coach of the Buccaneers used to be the coach of the Cardinals, guy Coach Arians. I really like him. He says, no risk it, no biscuit. So, you got to move forward, man, in business, in life, whether it's working out or whether it's just, any personal goal you have for yourself. You just got to keep moving forward. And I personally, my own little saying is like, you gotta break a couple eggs to make an omelet. It's gonna get messy, but yeah, in the end, it's gonna taste really good. So that's just one of those things. When you're stretching yourself, you got a new goal. You're starting a new business, or you're introducing a new product in your business, or you're doing something like that. There's gonna be some bumps in those roads. There's gonna be some mistakes. You're gonna shoot for this, and maybe you make it, maybe you don't. Maybe like say you have to do it kind of in increments, and do it in phases, and check yourself along the way. But you do have to keep stretching it. You got to keep pushing it. So if you don't, you stay stagnant, and it's gonna be, again, your business is gonna be like the payphone, man. You know what I mean? It's going to be obsolete, and it's not going to be there anymore. People are going to be like, my kids don't even know what the hell a payphone. Don't even know what a payphone is. You know what I mean? You don't want your business ended up in that category. I know 64 laps straight, no breaks, or just go is a big goal. I've done 32 straight before. I've done that, so I know I can get there. Yes, having my blood pressure medication is going to be pretty vital. I understand that, but again. Tomorrow, will I be in there trying to push for the 64? Damn right, I'm going to be in there pushing for the 64. Am I going to be smart about it and understand that if I feel something in my chest, if I feel something in my knee or hamstring or whatever, okay, like I said, ignore it, override. That stuff I can get over. Okay, that's fine. But if I feel something in that chest area, thank God, like today, it was just it wasn't even anything. It wasn't anything that bad. It was actually, I think, more gassy than anything else. I ended up like burping or whatever. Like, oh, my chest feels better, but still, it scared me enough to say, okay, pump the brakes here a little bit, slow down, But at the same time, it can be something simple. You have something little back when you're introducing a new product, or new software. Like, oh, I didn't flip this switch, or I didn't do this, or okay, yeah, okay. Well, let's do it again this way. Let's reevaluate this, and let's see what we can do. But moving forward is key. Moving forward, even at less than optimum conditions, you got to keep stretching it. And I think that's with everything in life. So again, set those goals. Yeah, even like I said, even though it's you're pushing it. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be big, and then of course if it pays off, it's gonna be awesome. Okay, when I get this mile straight going through freestyle, I'm gonna get in even better shape. I'm gonna look better. My wife's gonna like it even more. I'm gonna like it more. I'm gonna feel better. So all the way around, it's gonna work out really, really well. So, but now, and especially now that I'm pissed off, it's absolutely gonna happen. I'm gonna knock that target down because I am front sight focused on this bitch. So be that way. This is something, it's like, hey, this product, or, this new service we're going to roll out, this is going to really take our business to the next level. We got to get there. And, if it happens in phases, it happens in phases. If it happens all in one shot, great. But don't be afraid to push it. Don't be afraid to, be smart about it, evaluate it, make sure you're doing it in the right fashion. You're not, putting the company completely at risk to where, you're going to have to shut the doors because you fucked up, which that happens too, in business. That's the thing about business. But that's what's great about being in America. Like I said, you fuck it up and you have to shut it down, and hopefully you can, evaluate and get it restarted again. But hopefully we don't get to that point. But that's my big, I just wanted to put that out there because this morning I failed. I failed. And I'm not, afraid to say it. I'm pissed I failed. I'm really not happy with myself, but at the same time, I know, okay, I failed today. I did not ring the bell. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to say, oh, well, it's too hard. I can't do it. Fuck that. I'm going to be in there tomorrow, pushing it again tomorrow. Now, of course, when I get my blood pressure medication in, will that help? I think it's going to help a little bit. But am I going to just lay back and not do it because things aren't in optimal condition? Nope. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be smart about it, but I'm still going to keep pushing because I'm not going to let that be my crutch. Well, I didn't. Just like starting a podcast. Like I said, Mario kicked me in the ass. I didn't have the mic. I didn't have the mixer. I didn't have this. He's like, dude, just quit bitching and just do it. So I started it with my iPhone and my earbuds, and first couple episodes sounded like shit. You can go back and listen to those because the content's really good, but it just sounded like shit. But that didn't mean I quit doing it. It doesn't mean I didn't push forward. I did push forward, and here we are today. We got new equipment. We got some more advances coming in. Like I said, I got big goals here for this podcast, so stay tuned. Like I said, stay tuned, stay focused, stay motivated. That's the theme of the podcast. So more to come. We're definitely pushing it forward, but at the same time, we're gonna hit a few bumps in the road. But again, at the end of the day, we're driving on. So that's the message. Stay tuned, stay focused, stay motivated, drive on. Whoop.